legend Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., 78.9 kilos, 180 centimeters tall, with a reach of 188. And up against them, it's Antonio Tarver. He is a southpaw, stands at 6'2" tall, and he's got a... It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. And up against them, it's Antonio Tarver. You're looking at the Magic Man, one of the best to ever do it, a multi-time light heavyweight world champion.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Florida, here is the 3-time world champion, the Magic Man, Antonio.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny skies.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry when there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart.
Any excuses tonight, Roy?
One-on-one.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. One punch could change anything when these 2 step in the ring. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Fantastic punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Don't worry about that round. Let's go. Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep him on. Come on, you're better than that.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Both men step back for just a moment. Missed with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Oh, you've let him back. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. The jabs were...
Okay, now, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great work.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Switch on, switch on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That hook just can't find the target. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. You don't want to trade shots. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make... Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. He still want to fight.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
Just take the round. Good work. That's it. Now breathe.
Here we go to the 4th round. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter shot. And he misses with that straight left. You'd like to see more jabs. Just missed with that jab. nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Which fighter will say no loss? When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. He threw a punch and just got countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Switched off completely. I need you to focus on what you...
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready.
Okay, now you've led him back into the fight that round.
On to the fifth we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That punch lands. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And down goes Jones Jr. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Great round. Now relax, relax.
Listen, you switched off. What you doing?
Let's start the sixth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That counter punch caught him clean. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Perfect counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
You know the score. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Pensacola's finest is down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So it's onward and upward.